Z93, today's classic rock. Good morning and happy hump day or Wednesday, whatever you want to call it. We are halfway through this week here on your morning rush with Scotty Perry. I hope you had a great Christmas. Today on the show, we're going to talk about a new fitness trend and more. But first, here's the offspring. Z93, today's classic rock. A little Boston there. You know, every dog owner has that moment when they're walking their dog and it takes a dump and they scoop it up in their baggie. Then they got to decide whether to drop that bag in some random person's garbage can or do the right thing and take it back to their house. Do you think it's okay to put your dog poop in a stranger's garbage can? I don't. According to a new survey, 30% of people say it's always fine, but 29% of people like me say it's never okay, and the rest are somewhere in between. So now you know. Next, we're checking in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. We'll also see how that ride to work is moving along. Some Linkin Park, Pink Floyd, and the Foo Fighters on Z93. Z93, today's classic rock, and Z93 proud to present Bret Michaels this Sunday night up there at Catskill World Resorts. More info, Z93HV.com. And it is your morning rush with Scotty Perry here on Z93. And how much would you pay for a perfect night's sleep? Well, according to a new survey, the average answer is $290. And we had 106 perfect nights of sleep and 99 terrible ones last year. So you can see why that number is so high. But I got to tell you, my numbers seem a little bit off balance than those. All right, here's Nirvana. Z93, today's classic rock. It's one thing not to know every detail of your family's history, but it's another thing not to know the basic information. 1/3 of Americans can't name all four of their grandparents, according to a new survey, and 35% don't know which country or countries their family immigrated from to come here to America. People, get to learning. All right, coming up here, we're going to check in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. We'll also see how that ride to work and school's moving along. Some White Stripes, Billy Idol, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers on Z93. Z93, today's classic rock. Good morning. It is your morning rush with Scotty Perry, and the new hot fitness trend is chugging a gallon of milk a day. That's right. That way you get an extra 2,400 calories, which is going to help you pack on the muscle. But there's some real downsides, especially the horrible gas. All right, here's Metallica. It's Nothing Else Matters. Z93, today's classic rock, and people are freaking out over the pictures of Will Smith as the genie in the new Aladdin because he wasn't blue. But Will says the genie will be mostly blue in the movie. The pictures that came out just show him in his human disguise form. So I guess you got that to look forward to. But I got to tell you, Will Smith, definitely less than Robin Williams. I'm sorry if you're offended by that, but you can't compare the two. And Will Smith can't even hold a candle to Robin's sense of humor. So I don't know how this movie's going to be. All right, next we're checking in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. We'll also see how that ride to work's moving along. Some AC/DC, the Foo Fighters, and Rob Zombie. Z93, today's classic rock, and I gotta tell you, this is pretty awesome. The Fail Army's back with the Fails of the Year Part 2, just where we left off last week. 10 minutes of pure joy right from the pre-credit screen. You know it's gonna be epic. You know there was a lot of hurting and a lot of crying going on in that one. You can see all the great clips now in this video by heading to my blog at Z93HV.com. The keyword is Scotty. Next, we're checking in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. We got some Pink Floyd, Bon Jovi, and Nirvana on Z93. Z93, today's classic rock. And that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out today. Like I said, I hope you had a great time yesterday and got to enjoy the family, and you're enjoying all your gifts today, the day after Christmas here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Up next at 10 a.m., you got my man Gary C. He gets you right up until 2. That's when the Take Man takes over, and I will see you again back here tomorrow morning beginning at 6 a.m. And until then, you stay classy, Hudson Valley.